Hi guys, my name's Shaun. I work at Square One Physiotherapy in Mosman. I'm here today to show you a short exercise routine. It's primarily focused for activating both the trunk but also the glutes and the hip flexors. Okay, it's going to include 8 different exercises. We'll repeat it twice through. It's going to be 40 seconds on, 20 seconds recovery. With a couple of the exercises, after 20 seconds we'll change the legs around as well. All you're going to need for 2 of the exercises is a mini band. Okay, and we stock these at Square One, so feel free to drop in to pick one up or give us a call and we can send one out to you. Okay, so we're going to get going with the routine now. The first exercise that we're going to focus on is going to be opening out the front of the hip, okay, but also activating the back of the hip as well. Okay, the way we're going to do this, we're going to start off and working through. We're going to punch to the sky and rotate away from that front leg. Okay, punch to the sky, rotate away from the front leg. Punch, rotate. Okay, and we'll change sides. Okay, so right foot forwards now, left foot back, toes down, engage the hips, engage that back glute, punch to the sky, rotate, punch up, rotate, punch up, rotate. Okay, next exercise that we're going to focus on now is activating the calves but also engaging the core and the shoulders as well. Okay, so we're going to be in a plank position, pushing that out, keeping that low back straight and working on from here, pushing through and then doing our heel raises, pushing through and doing heel raises, pushing through and doing our heel raises, pushing through and doing our heel raises. Last one. Okay, next exercise that we're going to do, we're going to take it onto our back now. We're going to go into a dead bug position, but we're just going to be working the legs. So engaging the core, but also the hip flexors. Okay, so a couple of variations of this, but we'll go with having the knees in a 90-degree angle, and then working on arms in front, straight, head on the ground, and then just working through. Pushing that leg out, trying to keep the toes pointing towards the sky. Keeping that 90-degree angle at the knee and at the hip as the starting position. 10 seconds. Okay, so next, now we're going to start to turn our attention to the sides, so to the obliques, but also through to activating the glutes as well. Okay, the first exercise we're going to work on is a glute bridge, just on the heels when we're doing this exercise. Okay, so here on our back, knees bent up and driving up and through. So really make a conscious effort not to arch the back. Okay, so you may need to drop the hips down, tuck under, drive through, tuck under, drive through. Now we can make that a little bit difficult as well if we start to cradle one of the legs, working on a single leg glute bridge. And then obviously the same thing on the other side. Okay, now to really focus on the obliques, we're going to go into a side plank. Top leg is at the front, bottom leg is behind. Okay, we're coming up into this position, raising ourselves through here, and then from there going into a press as well. And we're just working on, this time, 20 seconds on our left side, keeping ourselves raised up, pushing out, coming back in, and then we're going to do the same on the other side as well. So we're going to flip it round, okay, coming across, top leg on top, coming up, and again punching out. Keeping ourselves raised up as well. Okay, last repetition. Okay, we'll reset ourselves, again focusing still on activating the back of the hips, but we're going to be engaging that trunk, engaging the core as well. We're going to go into a quadruped position here, and now from this position we should be able to balance a cup of water on our low back, and from here now we're going to alternate opposite arm and opposite leg as well. Okay, so coming through, switching everything on while keeping this locked in. Keep working. Last 5 seconds. Okay, and now from here we start to get up onto our feet, still activating the back of the hips, activating the glutes. Put our mini band on, bring it up around just above the knees. We're going down into that squat position, and then we're going to work on from there, just punching out, coming one way, working across. Okay, keeping in that squat position, keeping the knees wide as that finishing position as well. And coming through, keeping the knees wide, keeping the squat, sticking the bottom out as when we're doing it. Okay, punching across, getting those arms going as well. This is okay, final exercise now. We're dropping the mini band down. We're going with the mini band around the feet, and now we're going to be working on, again, hip drive, hip flexors engaged, core engaged as well, extending through the back leg, the standing leg, and then coming up. Okay, so holding it for a couple of seconds, just lost it there. Okay, and same thing, driving up, just stabilizing as we do the movement. Okay, if I turn to the side, what you'll see is now, when I'm doing it, as I drive up, that back leg hip should be engaged, glute switched on, knee straight. Okay, great stuff. So, round one is done. We're going to go back into round two, repeating the same routine again. Okay, so we're going to start off again just in that hip flex position. Okay, being here, again, toes down, getting that back glute engaged, opening up the front of the hip as well. Okay, pushing up and rotating through. Pushing up, rotating through. Okay, if I come onto the front, so same position, so there. Okay, pushing up, rotating through, pushing up, rotating through. And then we're going to change sides. Okay, so same thing, so here, and again, pushing up, rotating, pushing up, rotating. Okay, next exercise we're going to go back onto now is into our plank, activating the calf muscles, keeping the core engaged. Okay, pushing up as well. Okay, so we're going to that plank position here. So let's try and really push through as well. So push, working on just moving 6 repetitions, and coming back down. Okay, reset, push, come back down, reset, push, and time. Okay, so from here now, next exercise that we went on to from here, we're starting to include dead bug. Okay, so onto our back, again same thing, knees in that 90-90 position, okay, toes pointed towards the ceiling here, and then just keeping the legs there, coming down, back in. Working through, really switch this on, don't allow the low back to arch at all. Keep the tummy muscles engaged, keep the legs straight as well, toes towards the ceiling, head back on the floor. And time. Okay, same thing, like I said before, now we've worked on the trunk at the front, we're going to start to just get the glutes working a bit harder as well, fire them up for round 2. Okay, so back into our glute bridge. Okay, I'm going to work on 20 seconds cradling my leg here, head down, digging that heel in, 20 seconds driving up. Okay, again being mindful of my low back, working through that right glute. Okay, and change. So again, same thing, cradle that leg up, head back on the ground, heel down, drive up. Trying to get as much hip extension as you can. And time. Okay, now as we said before, side plank, top leg over, bottom leg behind. Okay, raising up through here, stability, push as well, bring that front leg down, don't allow yourself to drop down when we're doing it. Okay, 20 seconds on one side and then changing side, so there, and then we're just going to work on that push. And change, flip the legs around. Okay, keep yourself in this position, again hips up, working on coming through, don't allow yourself to drop down at all, working on this oblique here. Okay, back again, still focusing on activating the glutes. As we said before, having good core trunk control, don't allow yourself to arch down. Okay, pick yourself up, and then we're going to go on opposites. Okay, keeping everything engaged. So coming through, opposite arm to opposite leg, try and reach as far as you can. Coming out, trying to keep those toes down as well when you're doing it. Switching the glutes on. Great stuff. Okay, so now onto our feet. Grab our mini band. Last 2 exercises. Coming round, mini band on the knees here. Okay, really simple now. Set the squat position, and again we're just going to punch across either side. Okay, punching the arms as well. So just stepping across, driving through. Coming through. Keeping that finished position with the knees wide, which will just keep the glutes engaged. Punching across. Okay, great stuff. All right, last exercise. Now drop the mini band down, flick it around the toes. Okay, turn it over. Okay, again, now working through the front of the hips, working on engaging the core as well as we do it. Okay, opposites. So punching up with the leg and with the opposite arm. A couple of seconds holding it for 2, stabilizing and working through. Keep it going on the spot. Okay, really working that back leg as well. Okay, switching that hip on, keeping the knee extended as well when we're doing it, and then back down. Don't take shortcuts and leave the leg in a flex position. Have to push that knee out. Just as if we're going into a sprint. Okay, great stuff guys. So that's a really simple workout. Took us approximately 16 minutes in total, working on activating both the trunk, working the hips and the glutes at the back as well. Okay, great warm up to set you up with either a strength routine or simply taking yourself into some more running specific drills as well. Okay, thanks for joining us and we'll see you again shortly.